What's up, guys? Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. I will start the shredding here in just a few seconds. In about a minute or so. Hello, everybody that's in there. New York Chokehold, John, Mitch, Tom, Robert, Fisticuffer, The G, Mike, Time Surfing Alien, Marlon, Retro Puffer, Mr. JW, Dwight, Captain Craig, and anybody else that I missed. Searching for Tone. What's up, guys? Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Can you guys hear me okay? I got the little lapel mic on again, same one from last week. I listened to the playback and seems to sound okay, so. All right, let's grab the guitar and start some guitar madness. Here we go, guys. All right, guys. How did you like the old shredding on the new orange sparkle guitar from AliExpress? How was that, guys? Sounded pretty good? I hope. So, hello everybody again. Chuck, Riff Lord, Mike, Luis, New Mexico Saint, Craig, Retro Puffer, the G, Wasted Dude, Cucumber, Dwight, People's Fabricator, Time Surfing Alien, Highway to Hell, everybody, and Darian. And if you guys were putting questions in the chat while I'm shredding, obviously I'm not like reading the questions and answering while I'm shredding. So, you know, I'm not that talented. I can't do two things at once. So, anyway, here we are getting started. So, what do you guys think about this guitar? Did you see the video on Monday? Hopefully you guys watched the video and you know about this guitar and how it came about and what it originally was and what it is now, because I requested some changes and I did some changes on it. I swapped out the pickups. Originally, this guitar had chrome hardware, but I asked the guy to put black hardware, and I think it looks a lot better. I changed the pickup ring from chrome to black, and yeah, originally it was a Charvel copy, and it had Charvel on the headstock, but I told him no logo. I don't want a logo on there, so just a plain old headstock. Headstock is painted to match the body, so I think it looks really cool as is. No need for a logo. So what's up, guys? Now, you know what's funny? Kind of funny about this guitar is, of course, I got this guitar from AliExpress. And as I just told you, they have it on AliExpress as a Charvel copy. It was a Charvel model called the Dreamsicle that they put out like several years ago. And so, you know, if you just order it on AliExpress and you don't tell them to do anything, you're going to get one with chrome hardware and it's going to say Charvel on the headstock. But I told them no logo. I don't want it to say Charvel. So that's what I got, no logo. And even though I got the guitar with no logo, it doesn't say Charvel. There's no neck plate on the back that says Charvel. There's no serial number. There's no made in the USA, anything like that. There were still a couple of people that commented in the video, like totally attacking me. You're supporting counterfeit guitars. You're buying that garbage. And just like that. Like, and I'm like, wait a second. I specifically told the guy not to put the logo on it. This is just a generic Super Strat. There's nothing counterfeit. Do they even know the definition of counterfeit? Counterfeit means you have it with the intention to fool people. You're trying to present it as the real thing and not tell people that it's not the real thing. Well, it doesn't even say Charvel on it. But anyway, two of these guys like lost their minds. The amount of butthurt on YouTube sometimes astounds me. It really does. It's like, oh, I can't win. So basically, they were mad because I bought a guitar from China. And you just shouldn't buy a guitar from China because they're all criminals, they're all counterfeiters. And I didn't reply to them, but I wanted to say, like, are you writing this comment on your cell phone that's made in China and sitting in your house where half the stuff in your house is made in China? I mean, come on, it's just so silly. It's just so silly. It's just a guitar, guys. It's not the end of the world. And I mean, I could see, you know, if it said Charvel on it, then, you know, by all means, leave that comment. I don't care. You know, I have other guitars from AliExpress and they have logos on them, as you guys know. So, hey, fair game. But this one doesn't. So, yeah. Anyway, really cool guitar and really inexpensive. You know, it was like the original guitar was $177. And even with the changes that I had to make, like he had to make me a custom neck because I wanted a thinner neck. I didn't want high gloss on it. And he even put jumbo frets on it for me. And then, of course, I didn't want the logo on the headstock. And then changing the hardware to black. And I thought for sure it's going to be like, oh, that's a $50 customization fee or something. And no, he didn't. So anyway, hopefully you guys agree with me. If not, it's all good. You know, we can agree to disagree. And I'll get to the rest of the stuff here in just a second, guys. The stuff that, you know, about the stolen guitars and stuff. And by the way, guys, I just ordered another guitar from the same seller that I bought this one from. Just bought another guitar. I'm not going to tell you what it is or what it looks like. The only thing I will tell you is that it will not have a logo on it. So it will not be a counterfeit. No logo. No logo. And guess what, guys? This is going to make some of you happy. It's got a Floyd Rose on it. Oh my gosh! Bald Shredder is buying a guitar with the Floyd Rose. Well, it's not a real Floyd Rose. You know, it's the cheap Chinese copy Floyd Rose. But I have a real Floyd Rose here that I will swap it out for. So when I get it and I do my setup and all that, and then it's done and ready to go, it's gonna have a real Floyd Rose. Not an expensive one, but it will be a real Floyd Rose. So yeah, could you believe that? I actually bought a guitar with a Floyd Rose. Now, some of you guys are gonna lose your mind, like, finally! Dude, it's about freaking time! What took you so long? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I did that. Because, you know, this one turned out so well after I did a bunch of stuff to it, after I, you know, fixed it and set it up and stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I'll give this guy another shot because he had another really cool looking guitar, pretty similar to this one, and still at a really good price. And I asked him like the same thing about like, you know, making me like a custom neck. Just make me a new neck, just like on this one. You know, thinner, no finish on the back. I'll put tongue oil. I want the big jumbo frets, no logo, all that, same business. So anyway, alrighty guys. So what about, you know, in the title, you might have seen the very first thing it said, stolen guitars. Well, that's not me, thank goodness, luckily. Yeah, thank goodness, not me. You guys know Paul Gilbert, Mr. Big, Racer X, one of my, if not my number one favorite all-time guitar player, just an amazing guy. Anyway, he's on tour right now in Germany with Mr. Big. They're on their final tour and then they're not going to tour anymore. Well, I just saw on Instagram yesterday, his 4 guitars that he has on tour with him, they were stolen from the venue in Germany. Well, actually, he didn't say venue, but I don't know where else they would have been stolen. I guess they could have been stolen like at the airport or something. But can you imagine you're on tour in like another country, other side of the world, and you're playing shows, and your 4 guitars get stolen? Ah! Oh. So he posted about it on Instagram, and he showed the picture of all 4 guitars. 3 of them were Ibanez guitars, his Paul Gilbert Ibanez guitars, and then the other one was like a, was it a Godin? Maybe a Godin, like an acoustic electric. And you know, even though, like, yeah, he gets free guitars from Ibanez, I still feel bad for him because, like, that totally sucks. You're in the middle of a tour and, you know, he's got those guitars that are dialed in and set up just the way he wants them, and you're used to playing a certain guitar, and then... Anyway, New York Chokehold, you're thinking of Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains, who thought his G&L guitar was stolen, and then it turned out it was just misplaced. But no, that's not Paul Gilbert. But anyway, Paul Gilbert did say that Ibanez very quickly shipped him some guitars, some replacement guitars. And so he's like, yeah, I got lucky, you know, Ibanez came through, and they played great right out of the box, so he could still do the shows. And And he's Paul Gilbert. He could play amazing on anything, but still, that sucks. And I don't know how those guitars got stolen. This is something, actually, guys, that I've thought about before. That, like, when you're doing shows at these venues, you have sound check, you set up the equipment, and then you got all that equipment sitting there. And if there's a time period between sound check and then the show, and then after the show they pack everything up. It's several hours between sound check and show. And if you don't have somebody standing there watching your stuff, what's going to prevent somebody just walking up and walking away with your stuff, which apparently happened to Paul Gilbert, right? Wow, that totally sucks. And how is the guy going to sell those guitars? Paul Gilbert even had the serial numbers. He put the serial numbers on Instagram. Unless the guy's just planning to keep them forever. But man, you try to sell those online, and I would imagine he's going to get busted pretty quick. But anyway, we'll see. Okay, guys, what else is up? How about we do the classic bald shredder clip of the week. Last week, guys, I had the clips all messed up and I missed the Metal Dude clip, but hopefully this week it's all good and ready to go. So, I see a couple of you guys are asking me about Tease guitars. I've seen like a couple of videos on YouTube. I think RJ's Cave did a video on a Tease guitar. So, yeah, maybe. We'll see. You never know, right? I'll see if I can look into it. All right, the classic bald shredder clip. Let's see if I didn't mess up the files this time. Here's the intro.
Yeah, I think you have like a lot of potential. Yeah, you really think so? You should seriously consider a career in music. Well, I would love that, of course, but my dad, he's never gonna go for that. I could talk to him if you want. I mean, look at me. I'm pretty successful at what I do. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. James. No, can you come over here for a second?
What's going on over here? Did you let this homeless guy in our house?
Dad, that's Kevin, my guitar teacher. You've seen him like a million times. How's it going?
So what is this about? I was about to go outside and mow the lawn.
In your dress shoes?
You know I only have one pair of shoes, which I pretty much wear for everything. Am I supposed to have a special pair of shoes just for mowing the lawn? Who am I, Burt Reynolds?
I had a special pair of shoes when I was a kid because my spine was kind of messed up.
Why are you talking to me exactly?
Oh yeah, right, because I was gonna talk to you about Richard's music career.
His what career? Did I hear that correctly?
Never mind, forget it, it's not important.
Oh, it's damn well important, and I'm gonna hear it. Please continue, Corbin.
Actually...
Whatever.
Okay, so I was just telling Richard he has a lot of potential, and he might want to consider a career in music. I never said that.
Potential for what? For living on the streets, holding a tin cup, and begging for money?
Dad, not every musician ends up like that. Look at Kevin, he's got a career in music.
Giving lessons at people's houses for $5 an hour? You call that a career?
Hey, I'm actually doing pretty good for myself.
Oh, really? So is that why you rode your bicycle over here from your parents' house where you still live?
Well...
Let me tell you two knuckleheads something about a thing called a career.
Here we go.
I've been working at Radio Shack for the past 20 years. That's a career. And because of my hard work and dedication, I just got promoted to assistant manager, and now I'm making $12 an hour.
Not everybody wants to work at Radio Shack, Dad.
You think I don't know that, son? You think I enjoy selling AA batteries to a bunch of housewives every day because they can't figure out why the TV remote doesn't work?
I thought you loved working there.
It's a job, son. It pays the bills and puts food on the table. It's called being an adult.
Okay, but I don't know if I want it.
And if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you.
But I don't
want to hear any more of this nonsense. Tomorrow, I'm taking you down to the barbershop for a nice crew cut.
What?
And no more wasting time on these ridiculous lessons. And you get out before I turn the hose on you. Now I'm gonna go mow the lawn before my head explodes.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. What'd I do?
Oh man, I cut off the last part. Oh no, I thought it was over. Oh man. You know what? I'll show that clip again like at the very end. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway. Yeah, so another classic ball shredder clip. Some of you might remember seeing that one. That one is not that old. It's actually within the last 6 months or so. Did I decorate for Christmas just for the video? Of course not. I recorded that. Well, that was around Christmas time, so I guess that was probably around 8 months ago or so. Yeah. Yep. Sorry about cutting it off early there. Because now you didn't see the part where it says, and now, I don't even remember what's at the end of the video. Jeez, I totally forgot. Okay. Alrighty. So, new Jackson guitars. Did anybody see, or I don't know if you're on the Jackson email list like I am, just as a customer, not as a endorser or anything like that. So I get emails from Jackson like every day or every other day, and they just sent one out. It was today or yesterday, showing a new USA Jackson model that, for me, when I look at it, I'm going to show you guys the picture right now. I was like, oh my gosh, that is the perfect guitar for me. Now take a look, guys. Check this out. Look at that. Why would I love that guitar? Well, it's a hardtail. Hello! 2 humbuckers without the plastic rings. I like that. Direct mounted. 24 frets. And of course, being a Jackson, it's going to have extra jumbo frets with the really thin Jackson neck. Compound radius. It does have a tone knob, but I could live with that. But yeah, that would be an amazing guitar. Here's another picture. Closer up of the body. Yep. Okay, and here's a picture of the back. So you can see it's got a 5-piece neck. Now, I have an interesting little story about this guitar before I tell you the price on this. Remember, this is a USA Jackson, guys. Oh, by the way, if you look closely, you can see it's got locking tuners. Even though it's a hardtail, I don't really think you need locking tuners, but anyway, it's got locking tuners. And anyway, I first saw a picture of that guitar about a month ago on eBay. An eBay seller, I was just searching Jackson guitars on eBay, and I come across like this first picture right here, and I'm looking at that, and guess what the price was, guys? It was under $200, and it said pre-orders, like it's a new model coming out, and I think it even said new model pre-order, and I was like, are you kidding me? And you can't see it in the picture because it's not clear enough, but on the back of the headstock, it says Corona, California. So I'm thinking, this is a USA model, Corona, California, and this guy's got it listed on eBay for like, I don't know, 100 and something. So I messaged him and I go, hi, just checking, are those the right pictures with this listing? Because it seems like it might not be right. And yeah, it was a mistake. He put the wrong pictures. His listing was for one of those little minion Jacksons, like the little mini ones that are smaller, and those sell for like a little bit less than $200. And I was like, oh, so I can't get that guitar for 160 or whatever it was? And he's like, no, sorry. Now, what do these sell for? Well, if you look at the Jackson website, they are about $2,000. $2,000? Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me because it's a USA Jackson. So yeah, not surprising on the price. But would I pay $2,000 for a guitar? No, I would not. I would love to have that Jackson, but I'm not paying $2,000. I'm not paying $2,000 for a guitar unless it's like, that's the guitar that George Lynch used on tour back in 1984, and it's got his sweat on it, and he signed it. Another reason I wouldn't, guys, is because I already have this guitar. And look, this is basically like the same features, right? 24 frets, hardtail, 2 Seymour Duncan pickups, volume, tone, the 5-way blade switch, same kind of like neck connection. And actually, I like this one better because I like the Charvel logo and I like the Charvel headstock. I got this one used on eBay a couple of years ago for $530. And it was like brand new. And it's fantastic. And it's maybe, well, it would be my top 3 of best guitars and favorite guitars. So yeah, $530 versus $2,000. Even if you buy like, they don't make this model anymore, by the way. This is the purple phase. They don't make it. But Charvel does sell a model like this, but like in a different color with a roasted maple neck, whatever. And even brand new, they're made in Mexico. But those are like $1,000, half the price of that Jackson. And it's essentially the same guitar. So anyway. Would you guys pay $2,000 for a new guitar? I mean, like, if you really wanted it, would that be worth it to you? I mean, if it is, it's cool. You know, if you can afford it and you have the money, obviously some people pay way more than $2,000. You know, look at some of those like crazy priced Gibsons. And then, of course, there's the Emerald guitar that I just reviewed the other day that's like around $4,000, and people buy those. So, yeah, I mean, it depends on how much money you have and what you're willing to spend. And so, whatever. And by the way, that new Jackson, I know I showed the red one. That's not the only color they have. They have like maybe 3 or 4 different colors. I just took screenshots of the red one because that was my favorite color of the bunch. Yeah. But yeah, Retro Puffer, I did get a great deal on that Charvel. And that was an auction. It was not a buy it now. And it like came down to the wire, and at first I told myself 500 was going to be my maximum bid, and then somebody else was bidding like in the last minute, and I went up to 530, and luckily nobody went beyond that because it was worth way more than that. I'm surprised it didn't go more than that, but yeah, I got really lucky on that price. Okay. Hey guys, how about a ridiculous offer of the week? Let me look up a ridiculous offer of the week. I do have one this week, guys. Let me find it. Let me play the intro while I'm looking for it.
The Bald Shredder presents Ridiculous Offers of the Week.
Okay, so first I'm going to read to you guys the email subject title. It says, exciting collaboration, hand trucks. Hey, Andy, Brother Hawk. What's up, dudes? So, hand trucks. You guys know what a hand truck is? You know, like that you put boxes on it and and it's got wheels and a handle and you roll it around. All right, here's the email, guys. Here's the email. Hello, the Bald Shredder. And it's in bold, the Bald Shredder, so you can tell they cut and paste. I hope you're enjoying your day. I'm Elsa from whatever company, a brand dedicated to creating functional home tools. We love your content and think you'd be a perfect fit for a collaboration with us. Please visit our website here. They sell hand trucks and they're saying they love my content. Again, they've never looked at my videos and they think I'd be a perfect fit for a collaboration. I guess I could wheel Metal Dude around on a hand truck, right? If I could somehow pull that off. Here's the rest of the email. We're looking for influencers to create YouTube/Amazon review video for our products. You know, I looked at their website and literally the only products they have are a bunch of different hand trucks. If you're interested in this opportunity, please let me know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, hand trucks. I mean, Yeah, it's a dolly. Thanks, Luis. Yeah, it's like a dolly, but they had different ones. Maybe they had 4-wheel ones. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean that's a yeah. I can't do a video on that. That's not going to work. So, you guys remember my special guest from last week? You guys remember my special guest from last week? I brought him in. I showed him to you. It was my dog, Buddy. He's out there somewhere. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a Buddy update. And the Buddy update is, if you recall, last week I told you like he had a case of kennel cough because I rescued him from the shelter. And he has finished taking the antibiotics for the 7 days. And he seems to be completely 100% recovered from that. He doesn't have any of the symptoms. He's not making any like coughing noises like he was. So, in fact, he is turning out to be quite the little ornery little dude. He chews on anything he can get his mouth on. So luckily, not my guitars yet. I got to keep the doors closed where any guitars are. But he's chewing on like the stairs banister. He's chewing on the edge of the couch. He chewed up a pencil. And he's only like 1 year old. And I have toys for him. I do have toys. So I'm like, here's your little squeaky monkey. Here, chew on that. Here's a rubber bone. Chew on that. But man, if you don't watch him, he's just like, and being that he's a Chihuahua, so I take him for a walk every evening. Every person that walks by, the hair stands up on his back and he's pulling on the leash. He's only this big. It's so embarrassing. I'm like, no, but nobody. And the people are looking at him like, no other dogs are doing that. He's the only one doing that. It's like, oh my gosh. And there's other people out walking their dogs. So he's pulling on his leash, aggressively growling and barking at every other dog that passes by us. Some of them, huge dogs that would bite him in half in 1 second. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? So, yeah, that's Buddy. But other than that, I mean, he's very, very loving and affectionate at home with us. But he does not like strangers. So I'm going to try to break him of that habit. But yeah, I've been looking at some websites like with some suggestions on how to get him to stop doing those things. So yeah, I'll keep working on that. And what else was I going to say? Oh, when I was a kid, I had a Chihuahua that looked just like Buddy. And he was the same thing. He would growl and bark at other big dogs. And one time I didn't have him on a leash. And he ran off after a big dog. And then the big dog started running at him. And then my dog realized, uh-oh. And he turned around and started running back. But the other dog caught him and chewed him up pretty good. He had to go to the vet and get stitches and stuff. And it's like, dude, what were you thinking? Like these little dogs, they have no concept of size. It's just like, ugh. Anyway, so Buddy is doing well, and he's a little stinker. What's up, Lester? Fisticuffer, everybody that's in there. What's up, guys? I don't know how many of you guys got dogs. I know Lester's got a dog, which I nicknamed Barky, and now Lester, it turns out my dog is quite barky. So, yeah. I'm not as lucky as I thought it was at the beginning. I thought it was going to be like quiet and calm. No, he's pretty aggressive and barky. Yeah. He's got the Chihuahua blood, that's for sure. Alrighty, guys. Let's do the Metal Dude moment. This is the one I was supposed to show last week, and hopefully I got it loaded up correctly. So, here we go. Metal Dude moment, guys.
And now, it's time for a Metal Dude moment. He's kinda crazy, a little bit rude. He likes to rock. He's Metal Dude! Seriously? I've been wearing the same underwear for like 5 days straight. It's not as bad as you'd think. Metal Dude!
Oh man, Metal Dude. Jeez. You just never know what that guy's gonna say, right? It's just like, No filter. It's just whatever he's thinking, whatever he wants to say, it just comes out. Man, crazy guy. I would never do that, by the way. Yeah, I can't even imagine. 5 days in a row? Jeez, metal dude. He probably didn't have quarters for the machines at the laundromat, so, in his defense. He probably went, laundry or bean burrito? And he chose bean burrito. Yep. Anyway. What else do we got going on here? I might as well throw this up real quick. I've only shown it about 10,000 times. Here we go. New album coming out this month, or maybe September 1st. We'll see. Dawn of the Shredder. It says 25 tracks, but the CD version, guys, actually has 26 tracks. There is a hidden bonus track. And if you're just waiting for like Spotify or whatever, it's going to have 20 tracks. Bonus tracks on the CD that you will not find on Spotify or Apple or anywhere else. Okay. What else? Okay, what I think I'll do right now, guys, is I'm going to spend a couple minutes focusing on the chat. So, like, if you had a question in there earlier and you were like, he didn't answer my question, he's ignoring me. I'm not. I had a lot of stuff to go over. So now's the time to put your comment in the chat. I will only ignore you if it's something really annoying or stupid and I think it's not worthy of my attention. But other than that, I will try to respond. J-Dub says, are Chipsons good to play live on stage? I haven't played a Chipson live on stage, but I don't know why it wouldn't be. I mean, it's wood, it's wires, it's strings. I mean, as long as it's not broken or something, I don't see why not. Metal Dude the movie, yeah. Let me put in a call to Paramount Pictures. Next batch of monsoons. I never have super accurate information on that. I never seem to know exactly. I've heard maybe September, but I don't even know if that's correct. So maybe there will be some monsoons, some new ones, like some with the locking tuners and stainless steel frets. Maybe September, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where he is in the process of. I think there's still, like, some of them are still being made, some of the deluxe ones. So I don't know. What would be your ultimate guitar? My ultimate guitar. You know that the Charvel that I showed you, that's pretty close to being like my ultimate guitar as far as features. And it plays to perfection and the action is super low. So yeah, 24 fret Charvel with 2 humbuckers and a hardtail. Now, ultimate guitar, as far as anything in the world, I would love to have the guitar that George Lynch played in the video for Just Got Lucky. It was a Charvel with a reverse headstock, and it's called the Orange Sub Camo. It has a paint job like that one. That's why I painted that one like that. It's inspired by that guitar. Okay, Derek, what guitar is next week? It is going to be one of my custom builds, and I'm not going to show it to you guys because I want to make sure you tune in on Monday. It might be the cheapest custom build I've ever made. So, dirt cheap, but it plays and sounds great. It's hanging on the wall right there, but I'm not going to show it to you guys. Monday. Yeah, tune in on Monday. You'll be surprised. Diego, when I was learning to play, my guitars did not have a Floyd Rose, and I just got used to the feel of a bridge that wasn't a Floyd Rose. Wasted Dude, yes, I did look at the Senstar Mars. I've seen those before. 24 frets with the 3 pickups. Yes. So I have reviewed a Senstar guitar before. Maybe at some point that guitar will come through here, but I don't know yet. Do any of my guitars have a sustainer? Nope, they do not. All the sustain is coming from my fingers and the pickups and the Line 6 software. Yeah, I don't have a lot of pointy guitars. I've got, if you see behind my head there, that's the Leo James Swifter, the big V looking thing. And then I got the West Creek V over here. But other than that, yeah, I don't have like a lot of like 80s pointy guitars. You know, my favorite shape is the soloist shape, right? That's why you see so many soloists back there. Six-string Stanger. Dude, you should know this. You ordered like 50 million guitars. How long does a guitar stay in customs? I don't know. And I think it varies. And I think it depends on what part of the country it's coming in, like West Coast or East Coast. I've had stuff sit there for several weeks. And I've had other stuff that went through, like, it seemed like in a day or two. So I just think it varies. Hero wants to know if I had tuning issues on the Jackson. I did not have a JS22. It was JS11, I think, right? JS11, the cheapest one. I didn't use the whammy bar, so no, I didn't have tuning issues. But if I had used the whammy, probably there would have been some, not perfect tuning. Derek, the 3 pickup Gibson. Yes, it came from AliExpress. It did. And I don't remember how long it sat in customs. I don't remember. Daniel says he sees the bald but no shred. I shredded at the beginning for like 5 minutes straight. Dave, don't sweat it. If it's been 2 weeks, that's not uncommon. That's not uncommon. So I wouldn't sweat it. Unless you get a letter saying, we confiscated your guitar. Agents are on their way to your house right now. Get down on the ground with your hands behind your back. No, I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen. Timothy, see you later, Timothy. Okay, guys, now, I'm gonna show the orange guitar jam that was in the video from Monday. So just in case you didn't see the video on Monday or you saw it and you're gonna see it again. So here we go, guys. Here's the orange jam from Monday. All right, there was the orange jam. Can I let you guys in on a little secret there to something that happened in that video? I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret, but don't tell anybody. This is like kind of embarrassing, top secret information. So, I don't know if anybody noticed, but the guitar tone on that one was maybe slightly different than maybe some of my other videos. I mean, I know you can't tell a lot, but I was recording that and playing that, and I was trying to figure out, like, wow, how come the guitar tone is, it just sounded a little not as bright, and I was like, well, I guess it's, it's the guitar, it's the pickups, I don't know. And then I realized after I recorded everything and the video was all recorded, everything was recorded, so there was no way I was going to redo it. I was looking at the settings on my computer, where I have my Line 6 stuff, and I had the Tube Screamer pedal turned off. The Tube Screamer pedal was turned off, so therefore the sound was not as bright as it probably would have been. Now, when I played at the beginning of this live stream and I was shredding, that was my normal tone, including the Tube Screamer. So, anyway. But it still sounded good. Yeah, it still sounded good, didn't sound bad. So, anyway. That was that. A couple of questions in here. Somebody said, do I have arthritis? No, not yet. Fingers crossed. Oh, I can't cross my fingers because of the arthritis. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have arthritis. Not yet. And hopefully I never do, but hey, you never know, right? A lot of, you just never know. Okay. Hey, who wants an update on the Fley prototype? You guys want an update on the Fley prototype? I've got the guitar right here. I'll show it to you. I already showed it in the video before, right? When I did the video and talked about the prototype. Here it is, guys. It actually has a new neck on it. That's why the strings are so long. They had to send me a new neck because the other one was not exactly perfect, and we're trying to get it perfect. So they sent me a new neck, and here's the prototype. Now here's the deal with the Fley prototype, guys. You're not going to see this guitar, right, with the hardtail bridge and the humbucker and the hot rails and the neck and the 24 frets. You're not going to see this up on Amazon for sale for like another 6 or 8 months. That's how long the production process takes. Well, that's the production process and the shipping process and, finally showing up on Amazon. That's going to be 6 to 8 months. So they just confirmed all the stuff on this guitar for me like a couple of days ago, or I confirmed it, and they're like, okay, now we got everything. We know exactly what we need to do. We're going to start production now, but it's going to take like 4 months to make the batch of guitars. And then it takes a couple of months to ship them by boat. And then they've got to get, to the Amazon warehouse logged in. So anyway, like 6 to 8 months. So it's going to be a while, guys. It's going to be a while. But let me tell you, if it turns out like the prototype, it's going to be killer. But it probably won't be in this color. They haven't decided like what's the color going to be like. So I have no idea like what the colors will be. Will it be, like with the transparent, with the quilt top? I don't know, maybe not. I have no idea. So, but yeah, something to look forward to, right? Definitely. And they asked me not to do any videos on it until the guitar is like on Amazon, basically. So I can't do another video on it. I didn't even tell them I was going to do that other video where I introduced it. And when I talked about my Kickstarter, yeah, because I thought maybe they would be like, no, don't show it in the video. But I did anyway. But I like Fley. It's a very good group of people. And they're good to work with. So, hey, we got Zim's Guitars in here. What's up, Zim's Guitars? Have you bought any new truckloads of guitars recently? You know, if anybody's in Arizona and you're in the vicinity of Zim's guitars, you should stop by his shop. I think he said in one of his videos he has like 500 guitars. That's a crazy amount of guitars. There's probably something in there that you would like or you would want. I'm willing to bet. Yeah. Alrighty. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I have a new video coming out tomorrow, as promised last week. Tomorrow is my Corey Feldman video. I know, way to be like on top of the current news, right? Yeah, I know, like dude, that was like a million years ago. That's old news already. Well, I didn't have time to get to the video and make it the way I wanted to make it. And I was just able to make the video this week, and that video is coming out tomorrow. So I would really appreciate it if people would watch the video, because it's not a guitar review, so it's probably not going to get tons of views. But if you guys could watch that tomorrow, I mean, if you're here watching my live stream, that means you enjoy watching me acting like an idiot, and I think you will enjoy the video tomorrow. It's on par with my usual stuff. So you got to watch it, guys. You got to watch it. I should have loaded the thumbnail up here so I could show you guys the thumbnail, just to get you a little excited for it. No, I did not record with Corey back in the day, but I met Corey 15 years ago, and I took a picture with him. And if you want to see the picture of me standing next to Corey Feldman, you got to tune into that video tomorrow, because the picture is in the video. And it's a really good, clear picture. Yeah. 15 years ago, me and Corey standing side by side. What did I look like 15 years ago? Yeah, maybe that's got your curiosity going. Did I have hair? Or was I completely bald even then? You'll only know if you watch that video tomorrow. So, yeah. All right, guys, so we got 5 minutes left, and now I'm going to focus on the chat again. Oh, Rod, Bullfighter Telly for $52. I think I know the one you're talking about, and another friend of mine posted the link on Facebook, Raph, if you know who Raph is, and when I clicked on it, it said it was currently unavailable. Because I thought, wow, $50 or $52, that would be worth it. But when I clicked on it, not available. So you guys asking your Corey questions, you got to watch that video tomorrow to find out. And what was Corey like when I met him? Was he cool? Or was he an a-hole? You'll only know if you watch the video tomorrow. Okay, Clutch, thank you for reminding me. Manscape, oh my gosh, I almost forgot about Manscape. Dudes and dudettes, whoever's in there. It looks like I might be doing another head shaver video, but this time for Manscape. They got a hold of me and said, you know, we're looking for bald social media people to do videos on our new head shaver that we have coming up. Would you be interested? And I said, sure, if you pay me a certain amount of money. And I didn't hear from him for like, geez, it's been 2 or 3 weeks. And all of a sudden he finally got back to me and said, okay, yeah, we'll pay you that much money. I was like, okay, cool. Now that I can do. That I can do because it's in my name. I am the Bald Shredder. And when you're bald, you have to constantly shave your head to keep yourself bald. Otherwise, I'll look like, you know, the guy from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So anyway, that's the deal with Manscaped. It's not a done deal yet, but it looks like I might be doing that. Okay, so sorry. Any other questions, guys? Who's better, Warren DeMartini or Gary Moore? Who's better? Probably Gary Moore, but I've certainly listened to Warren DeMartini a lot more than Gary Moore because, you know, Rat, and that was the 80s, and so anyway. By the way, some of you guys who contributed to my Kickstarter, you haven't answered the email that went out where you're supposed to respond and give your address and stuff. Because I'm going to have the CDs and everything this month, but I can't send it out to you if you don't respond to that email from Kickstarter and give me your address. So if anybody's in here who's watching and you haven't done that yet, try to do that when you have time, please. Joe says Metal Dude should do the Manscape promo. I thought about that, but I have a feeling they wouldn't appreciate that. Now, I don't think they want a joke video. They want a real video. And then they probably would refuse to pay me. Captain Craig, what am I welcome for? Are you talking about the Kickstarter? Timothy, which guitar is my drop dead favorite? I don't know if I can pick a single one, honestly. It's really hard for me to pick like a single favorite one. I could do like a top 5 probably, and even that kind of changes from day to day because I've got some really good guitars. It's not like I have one guitar that's way better and all the other ones are just kind of eh. I have some guitars that are just like dialed in primo. Joe says I can ski up Mount Everest. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but who's better, DeMartini or Jakey Lee? That's easy. Warren DeMartini. Can I copy the Rising Sun guitar? What does that mean? What do you mean copy it? Why would I want to copy it? I already made one. Any other questions, guys? It's 8 o'clock. We're about to finish up here. Last chance if there's anything else you want to know. And by the way, guys, before you leave, hit that like button. Come on. It's just like literally going to take you a second. Like, I liked it. I would appreciate that. Okay, well, that looks like it's the end, guys. I don't see any other burning questions or anything. So, as usual, guys, thanks everybody for being here. I super duper appreciate it. Please watch my Corey Feldman video tomorrow. I'm going to be so bummed if it gets like 500 views and dies. And then next week, guys, on Monday, it's going to be a video on my latest bald shredder custom guitar, my custom build that I put together and made myself. And it is dirt cheap, but totally killer. That's on Monday. Okay, guys, so thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And I will see you guys next Wednesday right here, Bald Shredder Live. Good night, everybody. Dren, Vivian Campbell, or George Lynch. Are you kidding me? Do you see the picture of George Lynch right there? Yeah. So obviously George Lynch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Later, guys.